Hey guys, we are we are live. Awesome, we're live. Today we're talking about how to detoxify your lungs from smoking, pollution, chemtrails, airborne pathogens. We're going to be talking about how to detoxify the lungs, and lung cancer, lung disease is one of the main causes of death in the world. And so I want to be talking about more of the prevention side of things. I'm not in the business of curing, I'm in the business of preventing. And I also want to go over a few studies that a few proven studies on examine.com that we can look at, and I'll attach the links below on the prevention, as well as if you do have lung cancer or any type of illness, we will talk about, how to get over this stuff. So the first study is vitamin E, right? So vitamin E was shown to be very high in reducing the rate of developing lung cancer. So this is an amazing find. It's interesting that this whole Joel thing, they're saying that it's the vitamin E causing the cancer when it's the complete opposite. Interesting, right? So what are some vitamin E rich foods? Let's go over that right now. Almonds, right? So almonds are fantastic. The soaked nuts and seeds are going to be one of the best ingredients in the world for your lungs. If you want lung health, if you want to detox from pollution, from smoke, if you want to repair the lungs and prevent yourself from getting lung cancer, this is the best thing that you can do is almonds. Make sure it's organic, make sure they're raw, and soak them in water for 24 hours. When you wake up in the morning and you see these almonds, they're going to be a lot bigger, they're going to be a lot softer, and you're going to be able to absorb them better, which is incredible. The next food is going to be avocado. Avocado is filled with vitamin E. It's also great for ketogenic diets. It's great for your brain. It's great. It's a great source of fat, one of the healthiest sources of fat in the world. Another amazing vegetable or dark leafy green is going to be dark spinach, right? So spinach contains so much of vitamin E. Green it has a lot to do with heart health and lung health. Another fantastic one is broccoli. Kind of looks like your lung. So broccoli is incredible at it has a ton of vitamin E in it, and it's really good for the air sacs in your lungs. It's fantastic. So a lot of these green, dark leafy greens are really, really good for your heart as well as your lungs. They're actually connected. Your heart is in the middle, and your heart and your lungs are very closely connected. So if you have a healthy heart, you're probably going to have healthy lungs, and vice versa. Squash has a good amount of vitamin E. Kiwi fruit has a ton of vitamin E. Trout has vitamin E. Olive oil, one of the top longevity substances in the world. They found that it increased the lifespan of rats by about 18%. So olive oil is fantastic, has a ton of vitamin E. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial. I mean, that stuff is just incredible. So the vitamin E is going to be the prevention, right? So if you guys want to prevent lung cancer, even if you do, in the green tea as well, we know that green tea is really good for that. If you guys want to prevent, I'm in the business of prevention. I'm not in the business of curing. I'm not a doctor. You guys want to make sure that you're talking to your doctor before doing any of this stuff. I want to start off on foods just because this is really, something easy that you guys can go right into. So eat foods high in vitamin E, and I do want to make sure I'm pronouncing this next one right, and we're gonna hear it right now.
Inositol.
Inositol. Inositol is, if you do have lung cancer, look into inositol. It has a high rate of regression seen with lung disease with smokers. So if you guys do have a chronic lung infection, you have some really bad infections with your lungs, you want to make sure that you're taking inositol. And let's look at some foods that are high in inositol. And, nothing really surprising. We have green beans, almonds, eggplant, strawberries, broccoli, lima beans, cantaloupe, tuna, corn. Looks like inositol is basically much of the same ingredients as those vitamin E ingredients that we talked about. Also look into moringa, guys. There's some crazy, amazing studies on moringa with lung cancer. Definitely look into it. The leaves, the green has a lot to do with lung repair, as well as your heart. Moringa is one of the top superfood green foods in the world, and I absolutely recommend it. Also, look into spirulina and chlorella. Those are dark algae that are fantastic for immunity, for your immune system, for your health, and for your lungs. So let's keep looking here. I'm going to attach all these studies down below. I like backing a lot of this stuff up with studies. One very interesting study that I found that was extremely incredible was marijuana. I don't recommend to smoke marijuana. I think that it's really strong these days. Try to get a marijuana, if you do decide to smoke it, try to get as high in CBD as possible, as low THC as possible, because the THC is very psychoactive. But it does say that the THC itself is found to actually have an improvement in lung function, and it actually causes your lungs to work even better by getting the THC in your lungs, which was really, really interesting. I was not expecting that. I mean, there is a reason why the big tobacco companies want to keep marijuana hidden and want to keep it away, or they want to keep it illegal, and then they'll keep the tobacco, which honestly, tobacco by itself isn't the worst thing ever. It actually has one of the most minerals in any plant in the world, if not the most minerals in any plant of the world, is the tobacco and the cannabis plant. Um, but obviously, when you add 3,000 toxic chemicals to tobacco, it's going to be unhealthy and it's addictive and it's going to cause lung cancer. They deliberately put that stuff in there. Everything's connected. But don't believe anything that I say. Look and research everything yourself. Look at the studies. I'm not here to bash, the people that rule the world or anything like that. But I do want to just give you proof, studies, government studies, that everything's all out. And if you guys do a little bit of research, you're going to find this stuff. So those are all the main studies that I wanted to go over. I do want to go over some Chinese herbs and some different herbs in the Chinese system that resonate with the lung meridian point. The lung meridian point. If you know acupuncture, there actually are meridian points in your lungs that you could actually do to have better lung function. And I do want to go over some of those ingredients right now. From what I'm aware of, some of the best herbs in the world for lung health. And you can do this to prevent, if you do have some type of lung disease, this is going to be great at prevention. And just dealing with it and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm not here to cure anyone from anything. I'm not in the business of curing. I'm in the business of prevention. Right now I'm drinking my ginger, spinach, cucumber, celery, apple, kale, carrot juice. I love juicing. If you guys tune in and subscribe to this channel, you're going to get the most in-depth longevity knowledge out there, as well as advanced nutrition. I'm in it very advancedly, so a lot of this information, it's going to go way over people's head. They're going to click off right away. But I'm into more advanced nutrition, information that you're not going to really hear anywhere else. That's why you want to subscribe and like and turn on the bell notification, because health is the most important thing. It's the biggest investment ever. So let's talk about these lung meridians, right? What are the lung meridian herbs of the world? Stinging nettle. Stinging nettle is incredible. You can go on Amazon right now, get an organic bag for you can get like 2 pounds or 5 pounds of organic stinging nettle or nettle leaf, for like 10 bucks. Nettle is fantastic with anyone that has asthma or any type of lung issue. You want to start consuming nettle tea. Amazing herb for congestion, for anything wrong with your nasal or mainly the lungs. We're also going to go into some exercises you can do with the lungs to get better lung function, but I do want to go over some of these herbs. Next one is astragalus. Astragalus, in my opinion, is probably the top lung meridian super herb in the world. It's also related with kidneys. So anything that's good for your kidneys is going to be really good for your lungs. And it's interesting that they look very similar. So research kidney health as well. Invest into kidney health. We know that Schisandra berry is one of the best things in the world for your kidneys. So I would say that Schisandra berry is fantastic for lung health as well. And you can find all the stuff on Amazon. Make sure you get organic version. Make sure you look at the reviews. Make sure they have really good reviews. You can do the matcha green tea as well. It's a green substance. You want to get as much green as possible, dark green things as possible. The astragalus, like I said, probably on top of my list. Astragalus and nettle leaf probably the two highest in lung health. If you want to really like just have fantastic healthy lungs, those are really really important, very important. Anything that's going to increase the oxygen, right? Maca is really really good. It's one of the highest altitude crops in the world, and I'm pretty sure it's in Peru. Pretty sure it's in Peru. That's where they grow the maca. Very high elevation, requires a lot of oxygen. So that if you want to oxygenate your blood, it's really good for testosterone and performance as well. We know that beets, if you consume beet juice, there is actually some beet juice in this. Beets are really good for your blood. It's really good for oxygenating your system. Oxygen is really important for lungs, and so we got the astragalus, we got the stinging nettle, we got the schisandra. Those are some of the main ones that I wanted to go over. Obviously, do the algae, the spirulina, the chlorella, get some sunlight. The sunlight's the ultimate multivitamin ever. Get a HEPA filter. So those are basically everything that I wanted to cover with the food itself. Make sure you're eating the vitamin E rich foods, and you can find them in um, you can find them at Trader Joe's, Whole Foods. Just make sure you're getting all organic food. Make sure it's very high in vitamin E, and then make sure that you are consuming
inositol.
inositol. Learned that today, actually, inositol. So you can find that in seeds, right? So chia seeds, I recommend the almonds, and always soak them. You can also find inositol in beans, legumes, different types of beans, and seeds. So you want to be consuming that stuff all the time. Now let's go more towards exercise, applicable things that you can do right now to get incredible lung health. Number one thing that you want to do is deep breathing. Inhale for 5 seconds, hold it for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5 seconds, inhale for 5 seconds, exhale for 5 seconds. So 5, hold, 5, exhale, 5, hold, 5, inhale, 5 seconds, hold, 5 seconds, exhale, 5 seconds, hold, 5 seconds. Your lungs like a sponge. You want to get all that crap out. You want to force it out. That little practice right there is really good for lung health. And then just do, so for instance, let's say you're 23 years old, right? I'm 23. I should be deep breathing and meditating for 23 minutes a day. That is sacred geometry, okay? And if you're 30 years old, you meditate for at least 30 minutes a day. For 23, at least 23 minutes a day. That's how it works. And when you meditate, really good for lung function. Like your lungs are like, if you want to think of it this way, it's like a muscle. Your lungs are very important. They need to be worked. If you don't use them, you're going to lose them. If you're sitting down all the time, if you're not active, if you're not getting blood in them, if you're not going out there and running, you're not going to be detoxifying the lungs, okay? I did forget that ginger, very important. Ginger is very important at getting and dissolving the mucus. You can get mucus dissolving foods. I did forget citrus foods, very, very important for the lungs. To get all that mucus out, you want to drive that mucus out. And I do have a cold video, how to cure a cold, or not cure, but how to prevent a cold, how to kick that cold in like 24 hours. We talked about the acidic foods, the apple cider vinegar, the lemon, the lime, the citrus oranges. Get a lot of citrus and dissolve all that mucus and all that tar. You want to dissolve that away. That was one key thing that I did forget. The meditation, at least 23 minutes a day. If you're 18, at least 18 minutes a day. If you're 12, at least 12 minutes a day. Deep breathing and holding. Hold. All the way out. And hold. And then all the way in. You want to make sure that you're doing the meditation. Make sure that you're running. Make sure that you're working out every single day. Go to the gym. Go to saunas. Go to steam rooms. Get some eucalyptus in the air. Do essential oils. I love eucalyptus. I go to Equinox. I do that eucalyptus every single day. Amazing. The sauna is going to sweat everything out. You can get some niacin too and flush it all out. Do a sauna, do a steam room. I do the sauna, steam room almost every single day. I do the hot cold therapy almost every single day. It's amazing, right? The hot cold. constricting and contracting. You want to get into that rhythm and expelling all those toxins out. That's why the ginger and the citrus is really good at dissolving everything and pushing it out. Get the eucalyptus, right? The eucalyptus is amazing, right? It really does like dissolve a lot of the mucus. And there's definitely different essential oils that you guys could research that you want to just put right on a sauna, or you can get a diffuser. I like getting frankincense as well, like frankincense gum resin, and just burning it and letting the smoke in the air, which is really cool. It's really easy on the lungs. It's good for you. It's actually really good for your brain as well. I really like the frankincense. It's really holy too. The next thing is going to be rebounding. If you don't have a rebounder, I recommend getting a rebounder and like twist your body. Like start getting in the motion of twisting and wringing. That's why people like doing yoga as well. When you wring out the body, if you think of your body like a sponge, each time you wring out, it's kind of wringing out the toxins. So get into rebounding, okay? Get into rebounding and start getting in more twisting motions. It's really good for wringing toxins out and wringing out your gut, etc. Um, the deep breathing is really important. And then all these supplements, like I said, are just going to be, one of the most important things ever, those herbs. So watch this video like 10, 20, 100 times. Apply everything that I said. A lot of this is based off of studies I'm going to be showing in the description. If you guys can apply this, you get the vitamin E in, you get the inositol in, you get the seeds, the beans, the vitamin E rich foods like the avocado, the broccoli. You want to get all this stuff in all the time to prevent it. And then if you do have it, you want to basically be on this diet all the time. In the world that we live in with the chemtrails and the pollution and all the toxic crap that we live in, you want to be on this diet all the time. You don't want to smoke the vape. You don't want to smoke any of the jewels. You want to get rid of all that crap. If you're going to smoke anything, I would smoke marijuana because there are studies showing that it actually helps with your lungs. CBD and THC are medicinal. That's the only thing I would ever smoke. Nothing else. Get HEPA filters and all of your vents, right? The air quality is so important. And all of your vents, make sure you have HEPA filters with whenever air is being pushed into your apartment or your house, make sure that vent has some type of filter and make sure that you get an additional HEPA filter in your room. You can go on Amazon, get the HEPA filter, make sure that thing's running all the time and make sure you're changing the filter. If you don't get a filter, you become the filter. If you don't get a filter, you become the filter. And that's the truth. And I'm in the business of prevention. I'm in the business of cleansing, detoxification, giving you guys longevity information, giving you the top nutrition research I can possibly find. Why? Because I want to help you. I want to help all of you guys. So if you like this video, it's going to get out to more people. If this helped you, like the video. It's going to get out to more people. The world needs this. Lung cancer is one of the top, not all cause mortality, but lung cancer is one of the main causes of death in America and in the world. So with this video, we're going to help prevent that. We're not in the business of curing because that's illegal. You can't cure. We're in the business of prevention. And if you do have lung cancer, you want to always consult with your doctor, but you do want to apply these foods because they're proven by studies, government studies actually, studies that they don't want you to look for, but they're here, guys, and we're going to link it all down below. So if you guys want more information, I've been privy to a lot of information and been researching for basically the last 5 years, longevity and nutrition and all this stuff. So if you guys like what you see here, you're going to get way more. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Subscribe, like this video, leave a comment down below with what helps you with your lungs. One huge thing, echinacea. If you have a cold or any type of mucus, echinacea. Research it. Amazon, echinacea. Incredible. Incredible. A lot of support and studies on that as well with colds and lung issues. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video if you got value and like it, just so that you can get this video out to more people and share it with someone that you care about. And leave a comment down below with some awesome lung secrets that you know. If I did forget the organic raw honey, you want to add that as well all the time. Organic raw honey. Don't overdo it, but get that in your system. Get the oils, get the antimicrobial, antibacterial, the coconut oil and the olive oil, which olive oil we know is high in vitamin E, which is great for your lungs. So hopefully you guys learned something new today. Let me know if there's anything else that I missed in the comments below. Let me know if you're facing lung issues and what you did to solve that. And we will see you guys in the next one. See ya.